know you're thinking about taking that big step marriage, and you're smart to want to understand all the details. In Nigeria, we have different ways to get married, but the one we're talking about now is called statutory marriage. Think of it as the government's official way of saying, yes, these two people are legally married. It's sometimes called court marriage or registry marriage. It's a formal process recognized all over the world, and it comes with its own set of rules and benefits that are very important to know. So let's break it all down, nice and simple. So, what exactly is this statutory marriage? It is a marriage that is conducted according to the Marriage Act, which is a federal law in Nigeria. This means it's the same process whether you are in Lagos, Abuja, or Port Harcourt. This type of marriage is monogamous, which is a key point. It means one man, one woman for life, unless the marriage is legally dissolved by a court. It's open to every Nigerian citizen, regardless of their religion or ethnic group, as long as they meet the legal requirements. It's the gold standard for legal recognition, providing a strong foundation for your life together as a couple. Who is this type of marriage for? It is for any couple who wants the highest level of legal certainty and protection that the law can offer. It is for partners who intend to be in a monogamous relationship and want their union to be legally binding and recognized not just in Nigeria, but internationally as well. For instance, if you and your partner plan to travel, relocate abroad, or handle international business, a statutory marriage certificate is the document that foreign embassies and institutions will recognize without any issues. It is for people who want clear rules about property, inheritance, and the welfare of their children, all laid out in the law. Understanding this choice is the first step to building a secure future. Many people combine it with a traditional or religious ceremony, which is perfectly fine. You can have your beautiful white wedding in a church or an elaborate traditional ceremony with your families, and also complete the statutory marriage process at the registry. Doing this ensures you get the best of both worlds, the cultural and spiritual celebration you desire, and the solid legal protection that the state provides. It's all about making an informed decision that works for you, your partner, and the family you plan to build together. Getting married under the Marriage Act involves a few clear, essential steps. You can't just show up and get married on the same day. The law requires a process to make sure everything is done properly and transparently. The very first step is giving a notice of marriage. You and your partner will go to a federal marriage registry in the district where one of you has lived for at least 15 days. There, you will fill out a form, known as Form A, and provide details like your names, ages, and occupations. You'll also need passport photographs. This notice is then posted on a public notice board at the registry for everyone to see. The notice stays on that board for 21 days. What's the point of this waiting period? It's a chance for the public to raise any legal objections to the marriage. For example, someone could come forward if one of the parties is already legally married to someone else, or if one of them is underage and doesn't have the required consent. This period is a safeguard to prevent illegal or fraudulent marriages. If no one raises a valid objection within those 21 days, the Registrar of Marriages is satisfied that you are free to marry. It's a crucial waiting game that ensures the integrity of the process. After the 21 days are up and there are no issues, the registrar will issue a certificate, Form C, which is basically a license that says you are cleared to get married. This certificate is valid for 3 months. This means you must get married within that 3-month window. If you don't, the license expires, and you'll have to start the entire notice process all over again. So, it is very important to plan your wedding date to fall within this period. Think of it as your official green light from the government to proceed with the wedding ceremony. Finally, the big day arrives. The marriage ceremony itself can happen in one of two places. It can be conducted in the registrar's office, which is what people call a court wedding, or it can be held in a licensed place of worship, like a church that has a special license from the government to conduct statutory marriages. A recognized minister of that church will perform the ceremony. Whether at the registry or a licensed church, you will exchange vows, and most importantly, you will sign the marriage certificate in the presence of 2 witnesses. The registrar or minister will then give you your official marriage certificate, a very powerful legal document. So why go through all this trouble? Because statutory marriage gives you a very strong legal shield. One of the biggest protections is the right to inheritance. If sadly one partner passes away without a will, the law automatically protects the surviving spouse. Under statutory law, the surviving husband or wife is the primary beneficiary of the deceased's estate. This prevents a situation where the deceased's family members can come and seize property, leaving the surviving partner and children with nothing. It provides a level of security that other forms of marriage might not guarantee, ensuring your partner is taken care of. Another major benefit is the protection it offers in case of a divorce. While nobody marries thinking of divorce, it is a reality for some. Statutory marriage provides a clear legal framework for dissolving the union through the High Court. The law ensures a fair process for both parties. This includes the division of property and assets acquired during the marriage, as well as decisions on spousal support, also known as alimony. The court will look at the contributions of each partner, both financial and non-financial, to ensure that the separation is as equitable as possible, protecting the more vulnerable spouse. The law also provides strong protections for children born within a statutory marriage. These children are legally recognized as the children of both parents, with full rights to inheritance and financial support. In the event of a separation or divorce, the law puts the best interest of the child first. The court will make orders regarding child custody, access, and maintenance to ensure the children's welfare is prioritized. This means that both parents have a legal responsibility to care for their children, and the law will enforce this. This creates a stable and secure environment for the children. Furthermore, statutory marriage strictly enforces monogamy. It is a criminal offense called bigamy for a person who is married under the Act to enter into another marriage with someone else while the first marriage is still legally valid. This is a very serious matter and can lead to imprisonment. This rule protects spouses from the emotional and financial turmoil of having their partner attempt to marry another person. It gives you the exclusive legal right to your spouse, reinforcing the commitment of one man, one woman, and providing a powerful deterrent against infidelity taking a legal form. It's very important to understand that in Nigeria, not all marriages are the same. We have statutory marriage, which we've been discussing, but also customary marriage and Islamic marriage. Customary marriage is conducted according to the native laws and traditions of a particular ethnic group. For example, the Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa people have their own unique marriage rights. These marriages are valid, but are often polygamous in nature, meaning a man can legally have more than one wife. The rules about property and inheritance are also based on specific customs, which can be very different from statutory law. Islamic marriage, on the other hand, is conducted according to Islamic law. Like customary marriage, it is also potentially polygamous, allowing a man to marry up to 4 wives under specific conditions. The laws governing divorce, custody, and inheritance are based on Sharia principles. The key difference is the legal framework. While statutory marriage is governed by one single federal law, the Marriage Act, customary and Islamic marriages are governed by a diverse set of traditions and religious rules. This can sometimes lead to uncertainty, especially when disputes arise, as customs can vary even from one village to another. Now, a serious warning. There is a growing problem of unlicensed marriage registries. Some people, either to cut corners or because they are deceived, conduct their statutory marriages at centers that are not legally authorized by the federal government. These could be run by local governments or private individuals posing as official registrars. Please be very careful. A marriage conducted at an unlicensed registry is not a valid statutory marriage. It is legally void. This means that in the eyes of the law, you are not married at all, and you will not have any of the legal rights and protections we just discussed. Getting married at an unapproved center can lead to heartbreaking problems. Imagine finding out years later, perhaps when you need to process a visa or deal with an inheritance issue, that your marriage certificate is worthless. You would have no legal claim to your partner's property and no protection in case of a separation. To avoid this trap, always make sure you are dealing with a federal marriage registry. These are the only bodies legally empowered to conduct statutory marriages in Nigeria. Always ask for proof of their authority and be vigilant. Your marriage is too important to leave to chance.